YouTube. Welcome back. We're having a little nursery in the car. Yeah. And I thought, hey, I'll say hi to YouTube while we're hanging out here. So why should you nurse a 3-year-old? A lot of people think, oh, you don't need to nurse toddlers, they don't need the milk anymore. And that's kind of like saying, I mean, you don't need to eat chicken, you don't need to be hugged, you know, you don't, strictly speaking, need to eat pudding, but it's nice and has benefits, right? You don't need to eat yogurt, but it has great health benefits. So I always think it's funny when people say, oh, they don't need it. Or, oh, it's somehow strange to feed somebody the food that we naturally make for our children. I never get that. But I realize that doing anything worthwhile in life, you're going to have detractors on. And you're going to have people that are negative or twist things. So I just try to, stay positive on that and understand what works for my little family. But reasons that you can and should breastfeed your little toddler monkey is that it has continuous health benefits. And those are, I go into them in great detail in my breastfeeding guide in Milkosaurus, that's linked down in the description box. But it has all sorts of neurological, biochemical benefits for little ones. It's really amazing. We're only just now starting to study it as a medical science, and I'm always really impressed when I read something new going, oh wow, this really does affect every aspect of our lives. It reduces incidence of, careful my love, cancers in the mother, reduces those of asthma and allergies, which includes autoimmune issues like psoriasis, reduces all sorts of obesity issues with children, statistically speaking. There are just a ton of benefits. Most health organizations will recommend a minimum of 2 years and up for whatever works for you. So it's kind of funny that we've gotten to a place where like a year, breastfeeding for a year seems like a really long time. And when I had Abraham, I thought to myself, well, I want to breastfeed, definitely, I was worried I wouldn't be able to. And that was a concern for me. And I went, oh, okay, I can breastfeed, yay. And then I thought, maybe a year, right? Do you wean it a year? I had no idea. I never thought, oh, I'm going to be breastfeeding my 3-year-old, right? And then it just suddenly worked for him. It worked for me. It gives him a lot of comfort. It gives him a lot of nutrition. It gives him a lot of antibodies. And it just was the natural thing to do for our family, right? And I had him and I thought, I'll have him on a sleep schedule. He will sleep in a bassinet and a crib next to my bed in my room, and then he'll sleep in his own room. And, he will do tummy time on his own. He will play in his pack and play on his own. He will just be independent from the time he's a month old or something, And clearly the delusions of a first-time mother, right? Yeah, right. And then the longer I am a mother, the more I realize the value and the importance of parenting the child and not parenting the parent, right? It's not about your needs necessarily, it's about your little one's needs. And take that into consideration, mothers or fathers' needs are very important, but they aren't necessarily the guiding force for how to parent each individual child, right? Because each child is different in their needs and their wants, and some of them are going to have sensory processing issues, some of them may be on the spectrum, some of them may really want to be held, and some of them may really dislike being touched or held. And that's okay that everyone has a different need. Children are individuals, they're individual little human beings, and I think it's fine to move it around and adjust your parenting to parent your little monkey the way they need to be parented. He's so tired. I love you, kiddo. So absolutely I encourage full-term breastfeeding. breastfeeding for what works for mama and what works for your little one. There's no right or wrong age. There's no bad or good thing to do. There's just, informed is best. And that's really why I talk about breastfeeding so much on this channel, is it's really hard to be informed and to be educated and to be supported in our decisions as mothers. There are people nitpicking everything we do. Too little, too much, too great, too bad. Everything is judged. And so I really think it's valuable to have this little safe space here where parents aren't judged. And, if gentle parenting is your approach, that your parenting, what works for your family, is encouraged and loved and supported. And that includes breastfeeding. All right. Thank you all so much. Hit the bell so that you get all of our videos in your subscription feed. Give this a thumbs up if you love these topics. I love talking about breastfeeding. It is such a valuable topic that I think is so often misinterpreted or miscommunicated, either too technically or people turn into a strange fetish or something, which it's not. It's just part of being a mammal. It's pretty normal. Until next time, I'll see you around on Instagram and Twitter and on the other YouTube channel.